This is why I can never go back to her. People always ask me the same question. Do you ever think about going back to her? They say it like it's simple, like love is a door you can walk in and out of whenever you want. Like history doesn't leave scars. And for a long time I didn't have the right words to answer. But now I know exactly what to say. Because no matter how much I once loved her, no matter how many times I imagined a different ending, I can never go back to her. And here's why: the damage can't be undone. Love is supposed to heal, but ours didn't. Ours tore us apart, piece by piece, until there was nothing left but exhaustion and resentment. Ours turned into something dark, something heavy, something I carried long after she was gone. We didn't just fall out of love, we broke each other. And no amount of apologies, no amount of time, no amount of what-ifs can ever fix that. She made me feel like I wasn't enough. I gave her everything. My time, my patience, my loyalty. I poured love into her, hoping it would be enough to keep us together. Hoping it would be enough to make her happy. Hoping it would be enough for her to choose me the way I chose her. But it never was, because no matter what I did, she always wanted more. More attention, more effort, more proof that I was willing to fight for her. Even when I had nothing left to give. And the worst part, she made me believe that was love. She only wanted me when she was losing me. She never fought for me, not when I needed her, not when I was struggling, not when I was breaking under the weight of everything I carried for us. But the second I pulled away, the second I stopped chasing her, suddenly she loved me again. Suddenly she needed me. Suddenly she couldn't imagine her life without me. She only wanted me when she thought she was losing me. And that's not love. That's control. She never took responsibility. There were problems in our relationship, but they were never her fault. At least, not according to her. She was never the one who needed to change. She was never the one who needed to apologize. She was never the one who did anything wrong. It was always me. I was the one who wasn't understanding enough. I was the one who didn't try hard enough. I was the one who made her act the way she did. But love doesn't work like that. Love isn't about blame. Love is about two people who are willing to admit their mistakes, willing to grow, willing to meet each other halfway. And she never did. I deserve more than what she gave me for a long time. I told myself I would never find a love like hers again, that she was the best thing that ever happened to me, that no one would ever make me feel the way she did. But now I see the truth. I don't want a love like hers again. I don't want to feel like I have to prove I'm worthy of being loved. I don't want to feel like my best will never be enough. I don't want to wake up every morning wondering if today will be the day she decides I'm not what she wants anymore. Because love isn't supposed to feel like that. Love isn't supposed to feel like a battle you fight alone. This is why I can never go back to her. So when people ask me if I ever think about going back to her, I smile. I shake my head and I say, not a chance, because I finally see my worth, and she never did. People always say time heals all wounds, that after enough distance, enough silence, enough sleepless nights, the pain fades, that one day I'll look back and only remember the good times, that maybe, just maybe, I'll realize I made a mistake by leaving her. But they don't know what I know. They don't remember what I remember. They don't understand why, no matter how much time passes, I can never go back to her. And here's why: she took my love for granted. I loved her with every part of me. I gave her my time, my effort, my loyalty. I stood by her through every storm, through every breakdown, through every moment she needed me. I fought for her, even when I was exhausted. But she never fought for me. She never saw the weight I carried. She never stopped to appreciate the things I did. She never made me feel like I was valued. She just expected me to always be there. And I was, until I wasn't. She made me question my worth. Love isn't supposed to make you feel small. It isn't supposed to leave you wondering if you're enough. It isn't supposed to make you feel like you're always one mistake away from losing everything. But that's what it was with her. She never said it out loud, but I felt it, that I had to prove myself, that I had to earn her love, that no matter what I did, I was never quite what she wanted. And do you know what happens when you love someone who makes you feel like that? You start believing it, you start thinking that maybe they're right, that maybe you're not enough, that maybe love is supposed to feel like a constant battle where you're always the one losing. And that's why I had to leave. Because I refused to love someone who makes me doubt my own worth. She only changed when it was too late. She didn't fight for me until I was already gone. She didn't try to fix things when she had the chance. She didn't show me she cared when it mattered. But the moment I walked away, that's when she begged me to come back. That's when she promised she'd change. That's when she started telling me all the things I had waited years to hear. But do you know what I realized? She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she lost me. And that's not love. That's just regret. She made me feel alone, even when I was right beside her. You can be in a room with someone and still feel completely alone. That's how it was with her. She was there, but she wasn't. She loved me, but only in the way that was convenient for her. She needed me, but only when it benefited her. I used to lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why I felt so empty when I was supposed to be loved. And now, I know why. Because love isn't just saying you care, it's showing up. It's making your person feel safe. It's choosing them every single day. Not just when it's easy, not just when you're afraid of losing them, but always, and she never did that for me. This is why I can never go back to her. People say time changes everything, that maybe one day she'll become the person I always needed her to be. That maybe I'll wake up and realize that love is about forgiveness. But some things can't be undone. And the way she made me feel, the way she made me question myself, the way she only wanted me when she was losing me, I will never forget that. So when people ask me if I'd ever go back, I just smile and say, never again. Because the truth is, I finally know my worth. And she never did. People say love deserves second chances, that if two people were once happy together, they can find their way back. That time heals all wounds, and that maybe, just maybe, things could be different. But I know better, because when I walked away from her, I left behind more than just a relationship. I left behind pain. I left behind manipulation. I left behind a version of myself that I never want to be again. And that's why, no matter what happens, I can never go back to her. She made me feel like love was a test. I would always fail. Love isn't supposed to feel like a challenge, but with her it did. It was never enough to simply love her. I had to prove it, again and again, through my words, through my actions, through sacrifices that slowly chipped away at who I was. She kept raising the bar, making me feel like I had to do more, be more, give more, just to earn the love that should have been given freely. But love isn't something you should have to prove. It's something that should feel safe, and with her, it never did. She took more than she ever gave. A relationship is supposed to be equal, give and take, compromise, understanding. But with her, it was always me giving, my time, my patience, my energy. I was the one fixing things. I was the one apologizing, even when I wasn't wrong. I was the one who had to keep everything from falling apart. And she just took without gratitude, without appreciation, without ever realizing that love is supposed to go both ways. And by the time I realized how exhausted I was, how drained, how empty. I had nothing left to give. She only wanted me when I pulled away. The moment I started pulling back, the moment I stopped trying so hard, that's when she suddenly changed. That's when she said all the right things. That's when she acted like she finally understood me. That's when she begged me not to leave. But I see it now. She didn't love me. She loved control. She loved the way I fought for her, the way I put her first, the way she never had to question where she stood in my life. But what about me? Who fought for me? Who made me feel like I was enough? Not her. And that's why I left. I am not the same person who loved her. Time changes people. And I've changed. I know my worth now. I know what love is supposed to feel like. I know that being in a relationship should make you feel whole, not like you're constantly chasing after someone who doesn't see your value. I used to think that maybe one day we'd find our way back to each other. But now I know that going back would mean losing myself all over again. And I refuse to do that. This is why I can never go back to her. People say love deserves second chances. But some doors, once closed, should never be opened again. And when it comes to her, I'm never looking back, because I finally found peace, and she was never part of it. People think love is enough, that if you care about someone deeply, if you shared a life together, if you once made each other happy, then maybe, just maybe, you could find a way back. But love isn't enough. Not when the trust is gone, not when the damage is permanent. Not when you wake up one day and realize, some people were never meant to stay in your life forever, and she is one of those people. This is why I can never go back to her. She made me feel like I wasn't good enough. A relationship is supposed to feel like home, like a place where you can rest, where you can be yourself, where you feel safe. But with her, I was always walking on eggshells. One wrong word, one mistake, one bad day, and suddenly I was the villain. Nothing I did was ever enough. Not the time I gave her. Not the sacrifices I made. Not the way I put her first. Even when it meant putting myself last. She made me feel like I had to earn her love. But love shouldn't feel like a test you keep failing. She drained me until there was nothing left. Love isn't supposed to exhaust you, but that's exactly what she did. I poured everything into her, my energy, my patience, my heart, until I had nothing left. I carried the weight of the relationship. I was the one always fixing things. I was the one holding us together. I was the one who had to apologize, even when I wasn't wrong, just to keep the peace. And when I finally had enough, she acted like I was the problem, like I was giving up too soon, like I was the one who didn't try hard enough. But I did try. I just got tired of trying alone. She only wanted me when she thought she'd lost me, when I was there, when I was fighting for us, when I was giving her everything. She took me for granted. But the second I started pulling away, that's when she suddenly cared. That's when she suddenly wanted me back. That's when she started saying all the things I had waited so long to hear. But by then it was too late. Because I finally realized she didn't love me. She loved the way I loved her. She loved the way I put her first. She loved the power she had over me. And that's not love. That's control. I know my worth now. And she never did. I used to think she was the best thing that ever happened to me. I used to think I would never find another love like hers. And now I hope I never do. Because I know what real love is supposed to feel like. It's supposed to be peaceful. It's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to be with someone who chooses you every single day, not just when they're afraid of losing you. And she never chose me when it mattered. This is why I can never go back to her. Some stories don't need a second chapter. Some doors are meant to stay closed. And when it comes to her, I will never open that door again. Because walking away was the best thing I ever did, and I will never make the mistake of looking back.